Hey, konnichiwa minasan, it's Gray from Wakazashi's Tea House over in Japan. How are you doing today? You good? Are you Genki? The question is, are you ready for some Lovecraftian Batman? Now, I reviewed the first two issues of this, well, the first two books. They've been coming out once every 2 months, so please do check my channel if you've not seen those. I had to do it, I had to review issue 3. It's the final issue, the final book as it's called. Christian Ward's Batman City of Madness, Book 3. He's a writer and the artist, and it's got letters by Hassan Otsmane El Hao. Now don't forget, this is a black label book and it's the higher than usual price of $6.99, but you get a lot of pages and you get some gorgeous artwork for your money, and I reckon it's worth it. If you consider some books coming out for $5.99, which are not a patch on this, the amount of quality that's gone into this, the care, the craft. But the question is, like, is it a great issue? Is it a perfect issue? I'm not going to say it is. There are some flaws with it. It does feel a bit rushed for one. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this Elseworld style story. It's a little bit bonkers, a little bit bizarre, a bit psychedelic at times. But yeah, as I say, if you're here for the art, I think you're going to like it. You're going to be impressed. I don't know about you, but I'm always up for a kind of cosmic horror take on any of the comic book characters that I like. To be honest, I thought Christian Ward could have gone more into that, could have gone deeper, darker, past, vast empty spaces, but he didn't. He kind of reined himself in. A very interesting concept, the idea of the Gotham below, the reflection, like the dark mirror reflection of the Gotham above, including the different characters. Batman's rogue gallery, there's like a Gotham below version of them all, kind of crazy copies, or are they? There's a great performance by one of Batman's main rogues in the main Gotham City, but in the Gotham below, he actually turns out to be not really a good guy, but he's probably Batman's biggest helper. We've also got Talon in here from the Court of Owls. Yeah, it's really good. It's definitely worth your time. Okay, so enough waffling from me. Let's get on with the story summary. And as always, I'm not going to spoil it. Just going to show you the first half of the book, show some of the art, skip quite a few pages. And yeah, just keep watching and see what you think. Here we go. Book 3 opens with Alfred writing a letter to Bruce. We hear his narration. He wants to tell him a story. It's an old story. It's about families and monsters. We get a glimpse of some kind of nightmare creature which has a shape or the face of a bat. It's giving me Purple Prose Lovecraft vibes. I want to say things like bulbous and gibbous. Oh wait a minute, that's about the moon, isn't it, gibbous? Next, we're back in time. Check the newspaper. The date is November 29th, 1921. There's an article about Arkham's Hospital for the Criminally Insane. We meet the first patient. His name is given as Martin. Dr. Arkham's talking about giving him counselling as a way to control these terrible urges. He does not believe it's the devil whispering in his ear. We see the patient Martin looking at a family photograph, and he appears to lick his lips. You just know what's going to happen next, don't you? We see Dr. Arkham approaching his home. He walks inside, makes his way slowly up the stairs, opens the door to find murder and mayhem. It looks like the patient Martin's chances of counselling are over as he sits in the electric chair. Then we get a glimpse of Arthur, who appears to be Dr. Arkham's son. The doctor's asking him, "What are these drawings?" Strange drawings on his son's bedroom wall. Then we're treated to the first of a few awesome double-page spreads in this issue. Look at the detail here. We see Batman and Talon fighting Firefly. Is it Firefly? I'm just going off my memory. I think that's his name. But I love this scene. What a great panel that is. We're reminded that Batman is searching for a child lost out there in the City of Madness. This child is in the clutches of the Batman below, the Cthulhuoid Lovecraft Shadow Batman. Firefly is taken out fairly easily, and we see Batman and Talon drop down beside his stunned body. Talon wants to finish it, swat the fly, but Batman refuses. No killing. I love the scene in the bottom panel where you see Talon kind of like tutting like tuh. Here we're reminded that in the Gotham below there are copies of each of Batman's enemies, his rogues gallery. Batman searches the streets, but there's no sign of any of them. You can guess where they're leading though. All roads lead to Arkham. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going on this page, but we see Talon and Batman looking down on what appears to be a huge crocodile or alligator. I'm getting flashbacks to the old movie Alligator, remember that? Suddenly, Batman gets charged by a group of people. They've got weird white shining eyes and they're all chanting, "Woo! Woo!" Are they escapees from a rave? Not quite sure about the image of Batman there in that middle panel. What about you? The next minute, we're down on the ground and look at this behind them, the crocodile. It's up on 2 legs. Now this must be the Gotham Below's version of Killer Croc. I love that added detail of the extra mouth in its stomach. I like the dialogue here from Croc, it made me laugh. Croc's asking, "Where's your sushi face? I fancied sushi." You know, he's talking about the Batman Below with his weird tentacles. "Not today, Croc." Batman fires his grappling gun. And we get another of these cool double-page spreads where we see Batman in action. He flips over Croc's head and somehow has got enough strength, power, weight to pull Croc over on his back. Croc lands with a crash and we hear a rumble. The ground cracks and swallows Croc whole. Batman enters Arkham Asylum. My God, they're all here. All dead. Batman's rogues from the Gotham Below appear to be all dead in their cells. Except for one. Batman hears a voice. Can you guess who it is? Harvey, is that you? It's a Gotham Below version of Harvey Dent, Two-Face. And I gotta say, I'm getting Timothy Leary vibes. Turn on, tune in, drop out. Look at that, it's so cool. It's almost Zen-like. We see him meditating in his cell. From here on, we get a little bit of an info dump from Harvey Dent. I'm going to skip ahead a few pages. To find the missing boy. Here he is. Robin, or this version of Robin. He's been pulled from the streets above. And we finally get to see the Batman from below. There he is with his sushi face, his weird tentacles. He's trapped the corrupt cop who killed this poor boy's father. And he's asking him to take revenge. To complete his final transformation. Kill the killer of his father. What would you do? Okay, there's still plenty of pages to go, and as always I don't want to spoil too much, so I'll stop the story summary here. Okay, I do hope you enjoyed that. I want to show a couple of the variant covers. There are only 2 variant covers, which is nice to see. This first one is by Bill Sienkiewicz. What do you think of the colours here? There's a weird kind of aquamarine focus to these. I do like the bat symbol at the bottom there. It's all kind of warped and broken almost. The second variant is a Patrick Reynolds variant. Look at this. You've got a close-up on Talon there, looking really cool. And the Batman below, the weird Lovecraftian tentacled sushi face Batman. Which one of those do you prefer? I think I prefer this one. I do like it. Okay, so to give a score for this and for the whole series, I'm still going to give it high. I'm going to say 8.5 out of 10 overall and for this issue. It did feel a little bit rushed at the end. It did feel like that Christian Ward was trying to cram a little bit too much in. It could have gone for another issue. Hey, why not even 5? I would have enjoyed it. But yeah, overall, nice to have something different, a bit of experimentation, and so much more enjoyable than the main Batman title at the moment. Okay, that's it for the review. Thank you so much for watching this far. Do drop a comment. Let me know if you're reading this or if you have any plans to. What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. And I do answer comments. Okay, this has been Gray from Wakazashi's Tea House, signing off for the night. Matane.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?